Here is how to e-clean the Leveluck K8 producing Kangen water. This is a patented process, so it is protected by law against anyone trying to copy this process. You may ask, why do I need to clean my machine? Well, it's because you want this machine to produce water today as powerful as water 15 years from now or 20 years from now. So to do e-cleaning, you will find that all the components needed are in this cardboard box. So in that cardboard box, you will find 4 things that you will need. Firstly, the cleaning tank. Secondly, the citric acid powder. Thirdly, the cleaning cartridge. And lastly, the red cap. Please don't be confused by these 2 tanks. They look the same, but they're different. The left-hand side is called the electrolysis enhancer tank. That's not what you want for the cleaning process. You want the green color tank, which is called the cleaning tank. E-cleaning involves only 4 steps. So the first thing we do is we turn the metallic diverter downwards to tap mode so that no more water can go through the machine while we do the e-cleaning. Any time during this whole process, if the screen goes to sleep automatically, if it turns itself off automatically, just get your finger and touch the screen, and that will turn the screen back on. And at any point in time, you can always click back and backward arrow if you want to go back to the previous step for any reason. So to clean, you want to go into setting because all the other buttons are just for making the water.
Yep.
So now we just click on setting, and then there's only one spot that says e-cleaning.
Okay.
So E is standing for Enagic.
Okay.
Cleaning. After clicking on e-cleaning, it will go to the next screen, and the next screen says yes or no to cleaning instructions. You always click yes. Now it takes you to the very first step of the e-cleaning process. From here on, you only need to look at the pictures or the illustrations on the screen because it's really simple. You don't even need to read the words on the screen. Now, step 1. What they're saying is you get 2 sachets, which is 2 of these. Put 2 sachets into this tank.
Okay, understand.
Okay. Open the lid of this green tank and pour all the powder from the 2 sachets into the green tank. And then add water. Either you measure out 370 mils of water and then pour that into the tank with the powder already inside. Or if you have no measuring cup to measure out 370 mils. From memory is under here. It just goes, the water line is under here.
So the water should be tap water or?
Good question. I usually use beauty water because this is citric acid sachet.
Okay.
So I like it to be in agreement. So acid and acid. So now you can see that we've done that step. So that means we put 2 sachets into here.
Yep.
We've actually added water to that line here. We close the lid and we shake it to dissolve. We must note at this point that we need to close the lid of the cleaning tank properly. Likewise with the red tank, which is the electrolysis enhancer tank, the lid must be closed properly. If we don't close the lid of these tanks properly, we may find that when we close the lid of the machine that covers up these tanks, that lid may not close properly. Basically, you want to close it like this. So it's going to be like this, and then we turn it 90 degrees. Turning it 90 degrees like that will make sure that when the tank is placed inside the machine, that the lid covering up the tank will properly close without difficulty. So the straight edge of the tank's lid should be parallel to the straight edge of the tank. So we can see that we've done this step already, 2 sachets plus water and dissolve. Then once it's done, you go OK. Do it slowly. You want to press the OK button nice and slow each time, because if you do it too quickly, sometimes you end up skipping the next step by mistake. Step 2, you see one arrow out and one arrow in. So you take one tank out and put the other tank in. Once the red sticker tank, which is the electrolysis enhancer tank, is out, now insert the green sticker tank, which is the e-cleaning tank. That's the tank you've just finished dissolving the powder in. So that's perfect and finished. So you push it all the way in. You know that it sticks out a little bit, just so your finger can get in to remove it next time. So don't worry that it's sticking out a little bit. As long as you support that leg and you just push it in all the way. And if you can close it, you know you've done it properly. So you have closed it, okay? All right, now that's done. Once that is done, you press OK. 2 more steps and that's it. This step shows one arrow out and one arrow in. The thing that is removed is the filter, and the thing that goes in is a plastic cartridge. So we need to remove the filter for this step, and this is how you do it. So what you do with this step is you get your hand and you see the arrow up. All you got to do is to remove the lid covering up the filter, you just need to slide it upwards like this. And when you slide it upwards, it will now open to show the chamber that holds the filter. So again, the filter has to come out and this cartridge has to go in for this step. And how we remove the filter is we grab the plastic ring here, which is the lock, and we grab that and we turn it clockwise so that it will unlock. So to lock it is to turn it anti-clockwise, and then to unlock it is to turn it clockwise. Let's lift this lock out. This is what it looks like. Now I tried to place it down the same way I found it on the machine, but if you have placed it down in a random way and now need to know how to put it back the right way, the way you go about it is you look for the letter L, just like this, the letter L, L for level up. And in doing that, that will be the right way up. Not an upside down L, but the letter L right way up. And this is how this lock sits on the machine. And I like to take it out and place it down the right way up so that it's so easy to put back later on. And to remove the filter, you get your hand around it and you jiggle it a little bit so it comes out of its socket, like so. Now there are usually 2 rubber rings or 2 O-rings that fit snugly on the 2 circles to stop any water leakage. So when they get stuck behind like this, you need to get your finger and pull them up. So you can get your little finger and you just pluck them out like so. Now you just have to place these O-rings back onto the circles on the filter, like so. Since this process will take a minimum of 3 hours, I like to then place the filter over a cup so that Not only will all the water drain out, but more importantly, no dust or bugs or dirt can fall into the filter during the time that the machine is being cleaned. So after we have taken out the filter from the machine, we grab this cartridge and we insert it into the sockets right there, the two round sockets, and we place the matching circles into these sockets. There's a large and a small circle, so we match them completely. Again, we match the two round openings on the cartridge with the sockets. Next, we grab the lock and we hold it the right way up, where you can see the letter L. Now you place the lock on that ledge and making sure it's under the track. We need to position the lock under that track so that it can actually be held securely in place, like so. So now step 3 is done, where the filter is removed and the CPU cartridge is securely in place. So for e-cleaning, we want to remove the filter and replace with this cartridge, because for e-cleaning, we're only interested in cleaning the whole inside of the machine, including the hoses, and we're not interested in cleaning out the filter. And we don't want to waste any citric acid on the filter, so that's why we want to remove the filter during the e-cleaning process. Since we have finished step 3, we're going to press OK. So that now takes us to step 4. Step 4 shows two hoses, the top hose and the bottom hose. But here you can see that only the bottom hose is showing that it needs a plug. So this step is really simple. You get the red rubber cap and you plug the bottom hose with the red rubber cap. Just like that. Now, why do we want to block the bottom hose with that red cap? Because that solution in there with the citric acid is so disinfecting. You want to disinfect the entire length of that hose during the whole e-cleaning process. And with the top hose, you might want to make it horizontal like this, so that during the whole 3 hours of e-cleaning, this top hose will be filled with that disinfecting solution of citric acid, so that not only the entire inside of the machine is cleaned, but also the entire inside of both hoses will be thoroughly cleaned out. Not only free of calcium, but free of all the things we don't want inside there. We've actually finished that step because we blocked it. That's all you need to do for that step. It's showing two hoses, but you only block the bottom. It's done, so we press OK. And now we can press start. If we press start, it will say 300. That means it will do this process for 3 hours and it will count down for you. So it does everything by itself. You don't need to touch it anymore. You don't need to put anything in. That's it. After 3 hours, it will say cleaning is finished. Just press OK. After that, the machine's instructions will tell you to put the filter back and put that tray back, and of course remove that as well. Once you've removed that, put that tray in and the filter in, then the machine will say to you, run water for 300 seconds. Once you turn on the tap to rinse out the machine for 300 seconds, the machine will display a countdown from 300 seconds on the screen. So it will count down. It will go 300, 299, 298, 297, and all the way down to 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. After that, it will tell you to turn off the water and it will go back to the original screen. In terms of the whole time that we run the water to flush out anything undesirable inside the machine, We should always catch this precious water with a bucket, and because we catch the water with a bucket, the bucket will get full. So at any time it is full, just turn off the tap and go and dump the water into our precious garden. Our garden will love that water. You can take your time. There's no need to rush back to the machine. The machine will hold the count. So when you turn off the tap and walk away to dump the water, the machine won't keep counting and it will wait for you. It will only continue the counting when you come back with the bucket and you then turn on the tap. That's when it will continue counting.
Oh,
Yeah, so no need to rush. Just
so
take your time.
intelligent.
Yeah, just take your time to just throw the water away. After counting 300 seconds of flushing out all the water, then the machine will tell you to turn off the water. Once you turn off the water, the screen will return to the original screen that you see every day. That's when you know that the cleaning is finished, and now you can then go back to using the machine as per usual.